Indian cricket is decaying and the stench is clearly overpowering the fans. After 2 successive losses at home against all expectations, news coming from within the Indian camp reveals that Captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni, terribly upset with opener Gautam Gambhir's selfish and hurtful attitude, has lodged a complaint with the Board of Control for Cricket in India about it. Quite clearly, it speaks volumes for the lack of harmony within the dressing room, which is reflecting in happenings on and off the field. An unnamed Team India player spoke to cricketnext.com's Navneet Mundhra and I quote, "Of late, Gambhir has gone into a shell and is focusing on just to save his place in the team. His prolonged poor form has resulted in low self-esteem and he's cut off from the other issues pertaining to the team." But what irked Dhoni was Gambhir playing for himself and not for the team. It was evident in the way Gambhir batted in the second innings of the Mumbai test that he was more interested in carrying his bat by remaining not out rather than shielding the tailenders and scoring quick runs. Unquote. Gambhir was criticised for his self-centred approach in the second innings at Mumbai by a number of former India players. However, the criticism made no difference to Gambhir. Even Shane Warne was surprised and tweeted his astonishment as Gambhir went about things at Mumbai. Arunabha Sengupta, Cricket Country's chief cricket writer, expressed in one of his articles, and I quote that paragraph here, "If asked candidly, Gambhir will of course have a lot of arguments to defend himself. First of all, the situation was hopeless. Secondly, he may have looked for singles and could not find the gaps in the field in spite of his best efforts." Unquote. In the first innings of the Kolkata test, Gambhir ran out Virender Sehwag and his indecisive calling led to the dismissal of Cheteshwar Pujara in the second essay to heighten India's misery. However, the Team India player also said that Gambhir and Dhoni get along fine. He said, and I quote, "Dhoni doesn't have doubts about his integrity or commitment. Dhoni and Gambhir are cordial with each other." On the other hand, a source close to Gambhir told the website that this was a move by Dhoni to save his face. A source said, and I quote, "Dhoni's captaincy is under fire. He's being censured by one and all. His place in the test team is questioned. His defensive and unimaginative mindset as a captain is unmasked. So he's trying to pass the buck and blame others, whether his batsmen, spinners, Sehwag and now Gambhir, to save his face. He sees Gambhir as a potential threat to his captaincy and wants to undermine him. Mohinder Amarnath has tipped Gambhir to take over captaincy from Dhoni and proclaimed that Dhoni uses his clout in the BCCI to push his agenda." Unquote. The BCCI needs to crack the whip, and sooner the better.